Hello, I think I am live. Hello, I am Sarah Reddan, creator of SRTT, your online space for personal development and host of Conversations with Sarah podcast. I am a qualified counsellor, hypnotherapist, and mindful practitioner, passionate about educating, empowering, and enabling women to prioritise themselves and create a life they love. Thank you, Zoe, for inviting me into your space today to talk to your members about mum guilt and giving yourself permission to let it go. Now, if you're in any of my spaces will know, I'm terrible at seeing comments on lives. So if you are watching, please say hi. If you're watching on the replay, drop a hashtag replay and I will pop back in and reply to any comments or questions. So as I say, I'm Sarah Reddan and I'm all about self-care. Creating healthy habits, creating a mindset of curiosity, kindness to self, and encouraging you to create a life that fills you up so your cup can overflow to those you love and support. I'm here today to talk to you about mum guilt and giving yourself permission to let it go. It's reported that around 70 to 80% of mums suffer with mum guilt, and that's that feeling of shame, the worry of not being good enough, or that somehow you're not doing enough. And do drop an emoji in the comments if this resonates, that you feel guilty. You might feel guilty for feeling bored or finding your kids annoying, feeling frustrated at the demands placed on you, that you might feel guilty around feeding them junk food or making them eat vegetables, allowing too much screen time, not allowing screen time, or they didn't work early enough, or that you've got to go back to work, or that you're not going back to work. The list really does go on and on. And where does it come from? Well, on some level, it's a primitive, primal instinct. We are hardwired to protect our children. The problem is that now we have so many societal pressures and expectation, real and perceived judgments placed on us, that in some cases it is overwhelming, and it's leading us to placing unrealistic expectations on ourselves. And this can lead to very real impacts on our mental, emotional and physical health. Now, of course, we all need to be taking care of our children and nurturing them and creating safe, loving and supportive homes. But is there space for you to be a little kinder to yourself within that? So even with the best intentions, we will make mistakes. Perfection in parenthood is an unrealistic expectation of yourself. Mistakes do not make you a bad parent, and torturing yourself doesn't change the mistakes when they happen. My children are grown, and I now often reflect on the choices that I made then and how I would make them differently, knowing the things that I know. So for me, when we make mistakes, it's all about modelling, asking for forgiveness, and we can show our children how to apologise and how to change our behaviours. It's really all about learning and growing and understanding yourself so that you can choose to be the parent that you want to. And I feel it's really useful when you feel that mum guilt kind of coming up, take some time to connect in with what triggers that. And that will help you to understand what's really going on underneath. And that can help you tap into creating the space to be the parent that you want to be from a place of empowerment. So you may be thinking, okay, so how do I create that space? Now for me, the foundation of all is about self-care. And self-care is very much about paying attention to yourself and your needs. It is about honouring you at the core of all you do. And that can take some unlearning and reframing. But filling yourself up, you can come from a place of love and connection rather than exhaustion, frustration and obligation. And for me, it's those small joyful moments that fill your soul. It's not necessarily about adding in more to your day, but letting go of things you don't need, delegating the things that you can, and above all, being kinder to yourself. One of my self-care tips is using mindfulness. And mindfulness is about bringing our awareness into the moment that we are in. And this can be done by simply taking a moment to breathe in between tasks. I know when my children was younger, this looked different to how it looks for me now. But I'll share with you what I do now, and you can adapt this to what's going to work best for you in your life. And also, depending on what age your children are, you can get them involved with this as well. So for me, it's just about, in between tasks, taking a moment, and I like to put my hands on my chest and I like to close my eyes. And you do what's going to feel best for you. Just breathe in if you can through your nose. And really breathe it out through the mouth. And again, breathing it out through the mouth. And breathing in again. And as you breathe in, really draw that breath right down into the stomach. And just really breathing it out. And I don't know about you, but for me, you will see that has made me much calmer. I feel a little I feel relaxed in my body. My heart rate has slowed down. Now I'm on a live with you guys, which for me, I still find quite intimidating at times, and it makes me nervous, and it gets my body into that flight or fight space. And it just really helps to kind of relax, get into kind of what's going on now, and move from one space to another. Another thing that I like to do is meditation. That's another mindfulness practice. And I know for some that can feel like really big, and that you've got to sit cross-legged and arm, and it has to be a big thing, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. I'll drop one of my links to my exercises in the comments so you can try it out for yourself. I've got a couple that are around 5 minutes, so you can have a look around on my YouTube and find something that works for you, or just look around on YouTube and find something that works for you. So there's a few little kind of tasks to do that you can add in if you want to, or find a space for in your day to do a little bit of self-care. And another thing that may be useful, that if you are honest with yourself, you could probably be a little bit kinder to yourself. So it is time to give yourself permission to let go of mum guilt. Notice when that negative voice in your mind is being critical to you, and try and just notice it, and try not to follow that thought. And if you find that is something that really, really does come up for you, connect in with somebody like myself to work with and quiet that negative voice. So something that I would like you to do, if you can make time today, is to give yourself a heartfelt compliment. Say to yourself something like you would say to a friend. So take some time, go look at yourself in the mirror if you can do so, look in your eyes and tell yourself something really good about yourself, something that you've done well, that you're doing well today. Even if all that is I got up out of bed, or we're all piled on the bed together watching TV. It's okay, but find something that you can congratulate and celebrate yourself for. And if you feel comfortable, do come back and let us know in the comments that you did that and how it felt to be kind to yourself. So I am trying to keep this under 10 minutes because I know that you guys are busy and you don't want to spend 20 minutes listening to me talk about things. So I hope that this has given you a bit of an idea about mum guilt and why you don't need it. You don't need it, and you can let it go. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you'll find some details about me in my introduction post, and you can pop on my website srtt.co.uk and find out more about what I do and how to connect with me. So I hope that you are kind to yourself today. I hope that this has been helpful, and as always, stay curious and be kind to yourself. Take care, and I'll come back in and answer any questions that you've got. Thank you.